season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 26-yard line.
Shifts by him and past the 40. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
It's Wilson. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue him a little bit.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it. and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Gun. Stop. Big 13. Big 13. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Not today, you are. Not today.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Mixon, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
11 MT, 11 MT.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
Man open. That's Jamar Chase, complete.
19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Another run on 2nd down with Carter.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I play?
Yeah, you play defense. I'll let you go.
I took a shot. I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First down. Here's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. To Mixon on the check down. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Chase. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
Let's
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Another run on second down with Carter. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
One more time with Carter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Burrow finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To the air again, Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Here we go. Can.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a second down. And Burrow going to throw again. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Now Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. McPherson's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now Carter to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Wilson to throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff for Carter. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will set up shop on midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Here we go.
Throwing, Burrow. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. Ready? 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready?
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Here we go.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I'm one. Ready? 11.
Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it. They don't want 3 here. They want 6. Well, with these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. To throw, Burrow. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it down.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Cincinnati, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.